Patty Foden, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for taking time to talk. For those that do not know who Patty Foden is, tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I have been in real estate about 8 years with Keller Williams Realty. It's a second career for me. I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time, but before that, I was in sales with Xerox, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and some big companies, and took a break. And now I'm back at it in real estate, and I love it.
Awesome. Very cool. So we've been talking a lot about, okay, well, if you had to take a listing today in this market, what would you do? And I love what our conversation around is because you've really spent the time preparing. So talk to me a little bit about what you have going on so that when markets are like this, you still have business.
Well, I will tell you, I have a coach. And a couple of years ago, she said, why don't you try focusing on getting more listings? Because at the time, I was really heavy with buyers. And really, it was so fortuitous because the market changed so dramatically. And I all of a sudden had a bunch of listings in my pipeline. So last year, when everybody was freaking out and complaining that they were writing 20 and 30 offers before their buyer got a chance to own a home, I was on the other side of the table reviewing the offers. So that was really nice. This year, I have more of a balance between buyers and sellers. And the reason is because I have a lot of people in my pipeline. So, if you ask me the question, what would you do today to get a listing? I don't really get listings that quickly. It takes time. And a lot of my sellers want to know where they're going to go before they put their house in the market. So I'm busy trying to find homes for some of my sellers and trying to find homes for my buyers. So it's just a pipeline issue for me.
Yeah. And what I love about that is if all agents had the mindset you had and built a pipeline, when the market shifts and changes, they're still going to be comfortable and confident because they have a pipeline. And for those who have heard me coach, my philosophy is if you're looking for 25 transactions in 2022, you're going to have a pipeline of about 75 because a third are going to work with you, a third are going to change their mind, and a third are going to work with somebody else. And it takes time. That's not, obviously you can spend the next 2 months building that pipeline. However, if you constantly and confidently do that month over month, you will always have that number in place. So I love this conversation. I absolutely think that this is, in my opinion, solid information that everyone should take and say, okay, my goal is this. How do I add 3 times that to my pipeline? So thank you for that. Anything else you want to share around the pipeline?
Well, I remember when I was a new agent, especially, you would have a couple of leads and you would call them and call them and call them. And really, the thing to do is to spread that energy out over a wider group of people. And so that you do have time to build your pipeline.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for giving your wisdom and spending time with us. If someone had a referral for you, what area do you focus in and how can people reach out to you?
Well, I raised my family in Cape Elizabeth and now I live in Yarmouth. So I pretty much go Cape Elizabeth to Brunswick, Harpswell. A lot of clients who want oceanfront property in Harpswell. So that's the area I cover. And I work with a lot of people my age. I'm in my 60s. And I also work with a lot of first-time home buyers. To be honest with you, I don't have a lot of family. So if you have an older adult that needs to find a place to live or retire here, that's a good referral for me. And also the first-time home buyers, I really love educating them on what it takes to get into a home.
Awesome. So, and your email or your phone number?
P as in Patty, Foden, Foden at kw.com. And I'm at 207-807-4294.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.